name is Nelson from Inverted Gear. This is my buddy Dave Phimisipasom.
Yep.
My best friend and OG. I'm the reason I started Jiu-Jitsu. And we were playing with a similar half-guard game for a while, and Dave has some really cool stuff I want him to show you guys.
Talk about the knee shield and entering the half guard into like a half turtle, coyote guard, whatever you want to call it. Really, it's really good for the smaller guys because you're really low on the guy and you're really torquing the knee, and you've got to have, we'll give you a few options when he's heavy on your underhook, and we'll go from there.
I mean, I play this guard a lot, especially against bigger opponents. Like Dave said, like anybody bigger than you being able to use your knee shield to control distance and carry the weight with your hips, and then just getting around and to the side really helps.
I think little guys hate half guard because they hate getting squashed under there, but with this half guard, you're really getting away from the guy and cutting the angle.
People hate this,
yeah.
Right? Like if I'm here and I'm here and Dave is cross facing me, this sucks. So we're gonna agree on that. But being able to get to this spot.
Yeah, this is acceptable. This is a nice half guard for
this is nice,
smaller guys.
Yeah, being able to come here is different than just being stuck, getting cross face and giving up the underhook.
Yeah, you're actually going away from the cross face, so that's why it's a really good option for this half guard.
Real quick, one of the things, if you're on the bottom, right? So we talked about that spot.
Yes.
So this is where we agree that if I get through your knee shield, so stop moving.
Yep.
So we get through your knee shield.
Yep.
This is bad, right?
Yes.
This is a bad spot.
Real bad.
And not as bad, but also bad. Like any time you give this up.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So what, like, off your shoulders, would you say?
So I would say off my shoulders, and you want to start with fundamentals here and have a good frame here. Okay. Eventually, he's always going to want to dig for the underhook. Correct? Yes. All right. So attacking a nice frame and making sure that you're not lazy with this.
Here.
Making sure you're not lazy with your knee shield also. Because if you're lazy with your knee shield, he's going to start putting weight on it. He's going to start folding it, and this is bad. Okay. Sometimes you might have to disconnect as he starts putting weight on it. Sometimes you might have to come here and keep it close to your elbow, okay, keep it close to your chest. That way he's not folding. This is a big problem when guys, here. Okay, so you don't have to stay connected, but be active so you could kick him away. He comes into you heavy, and now I'm here, and all that fun stuff. Right?
So like one of the things Dave is doing really well is he's moving his hips in and out, because even if I'm here, if Dave moves his hips in and opens his hip, like it's really hard for me to just drive weight here. Right? And same if I start smashing this, if he brings his hips out and like opens again, now he has the room to open the leg and get into like that nice control position again.
Yep. Okay guys, so the most common entry right here is framing, okay? Kicking this guy in, elbow in, and now you're entering scissoring here and switching your legs. But most people know that, so I've been attacking the forearm and near arm, okay? So
you're disguising it.
Yes. So now I'm here, okay? I have my basic frame, all right? And now what happens is he starts worming in with this one, right? Trying to fold or whatever. I'm catching this one. And it feels really weird for the top guy because
I think it feels like he almost arm dragging me here.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to get arm drag. He's always going to want to bring this elbow back, right? And now I'm coming in, I'm scissoring him over my head, and now I'm switching my legs, right? So again, I'm here framing, okay? He's trying to find an underhook or something, elbow in, I'm coming here, okay? And he doesn't like it.
Yeah, right now I feel like my back's about to get taken. So my reaction would be posture up, elbow out.
Yep, and now I'm going to come elbow in, right? Once I'm here, he might put some weight on me, but I'm going to use that weight, scissor my legs, and switch here. And now,
show you, take your leg all the way out.
and now I'm here into this dog fight position. Always have your head lower, okay? Don't look up here. You want to have nice and low and stay attached. That way his overhook isn't as strong. If you go too far, he's going to start whizzing hard, okay? But if you're nice and tight, okay, whizzer hard again. My head is under his shoulder, so he can't whizzer hard. You don't want to be loose where he brings his shoulder to the mat, and now he's going to win this fight. If I'm nice and tight, go ahead, whizzer again.
Yeah, I feel like I'm out of, like I lost it already.
I have leverage with this post and my head. That way he can't go ahead, whizzer with your shoulder, no way. And now I can come here and sweep, right? So one more time. You're coming here, you're switching right here, right? Playing, I'm switching here, and I'm taking this off. He goes to pull back, elbow in. He's probably gonna lean into your overhook. I'm going to load him, switch, scissor my legs, and now I'm here. And make sure you're nice and tight, and make sure this is at an angle. Okay, don't bring this too close because you don't want him to control this hand, right? And start doing some weird stuff. This post and this head right here, try to whizzer. And now you could even do a knee tap here. Oop. Next setup I do, I actually attack this forearm, okay? Because once you go 2-on-1 near his arm, okay, he doesn't like it. And he can't pull out with just one arm. Okay, this is good gi, no gi, okay, because I could just grab the wrist also, right? But he's probably going to use, yes, this hand again, okay? So I'm going to, again, he's going to pull out, and I'm coming in, elbow in. Same way, okay? You don't want to go in with your hand because he might pummel weird, all right? But.
So can you, this detail, I like the way you're pummeling in.
Okay.
So show that arm motion.
Sure.
So like, see, he's not shooting his arm out as much as like he's bringing his elbow almost to his hip.
Yep. So as he goes to pull out, yep, I'm going here, close to my hip here, right? And I'm using my elbow to come up, right? And I'm keeping everything tight.
So like, even if I jump on him at this point,
yes,
doesn't matter.
And it opens up if he puts weight on me, right? And now I'm coming in, and now I'm grabbing, right? Once he whizzers or overhooks, okay, that's my cue to set this up, load him up, scissor, okay, and now I'm here, making sure everything's tight. Both elbows are super tight.
Can you show? You turn around, show the leg work real quick.
So I'm here, coming in, nice and tight, okay, and now I'm going to scissor him over my head, bump, okay, and now getting this hook. And start popping up, making sure you're in this position. So one more time, with the scissors, right? Here I'm gonna bump, okay? And whizzer, nice and heavy here.
We film entries from a good spot. Let's film an entry from a bad spot because you showed me this, or we saw somebody doing this a long time. I think it was like Sinistra's brother Leonardo.
Yeah, it was a seminar actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it was here, and once you're here, like now, this is when like things are going south. So before everything goes really south,
right? You're just gonna bridge, okay? You could put your foot on the mat, but you're gonna club, okay? Super bridge, and this stays in nice and tight, okay? All right, because now he doesn't have an underhook. I could start digging and wedging in, and now I'm back.
So like your legs stay the same, but your upper body goes into turtle.
Yes.
So half turtle.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm doing a half turtle bridge, right? And you really gotta exaggerate this because if you just do a short one, it's not enough. Okay, you have to really come out here, all right? And now everything's nice and tight, so you can't get a grip on anything. And now you can worm your way in. And now, scissor, you start working back to where you're at. Nice and tight, and start working your sweeps. Alright, guys, so one of the main sweeps here is a bear hug or body lock. I like to call it a bear hug, just because it's a wrestling term, okay? So, when I'm here, guys, I want to cut a little angle first, because I want to torque his knee. That way I get more drive on this bear hug, okay? And this hand's gonna stay nice and nice and sharp here, so I grab his ribs, right? I don't want to stay too low. This is more uncomfortable for Nelson here, right? So now I have his knee torqued, and now I have a good angle to suck him in and drive to get the sweep, right? And now you can either pop into mount, or you can start staying heavy, switching your legs, coming to the side here.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about playing is getting the bear hug. I sweep him with it. It's like it's such a good passing position because like your hips are gonna be heavy on their legs already.
Yeah.
So like there's gonna be some variations where you end up, but it's much stronger than you sweep it into half guard.
Yeah. I really like, because he's gonna try to whizzer, and I like coming high, and I like killing the whizzer every single time, right? If you're too low, he might have a little extra weight on you, but if you get high on his ribs and keep it super tight, you can even hang out there for a little bit. But the big thing is, you don't want to stay angled like this and do the bear hug. When I have short arms, see, I'm having trouble connecting my hands. If I'm at an angle, right, and now I could connect my hands better, and now I could just dart straight, and now I suck in, and now I can even hang out here and start passing, okay? So you're pulling in and you're driving your weight forward with your head, right? So one more time. I'm here, okay? I'm gonna cut this angle, right? Because he's gonna be whizzering heavy. I'm gonna keep my hand nice and tight here. I'm gonna suck in, and drive with my head. And now I can finish the sweep.
So when Dave gets his bear hug and he gets that angle, the problem you run into is people are gonna start going to gain their angle back and trying to, again, Uchimata, drive you down. So Dave's solution, which I love and I've been using for a long time now, is a roll through.
Yeah, and it's a different roll through. You're not rolling under him, okay? You're actually just switching your hook and rolling him through. And you have the good control because you have the bear hug, right? But when you roll him through, this elevates his leg, and it's really cool finish. All right, so I'm here. He starts gaining his angles, right? I switch, okay? And now I roll him through nice and tight. I kind of end up in like a tilt, right? But I could roll all the way through, and now I'm here. And it's really hard for him to keep turtling because his whizzer is almost stuck there.
Yeah.
Especially if he takes his arm out, that's fine. I could take the back and have some fun with it. So one more time. Now
So like this style of like roll through, you see a lot in wrestling.
Yeah, for tilts and to get back points.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like when people are like, oh, why did the guy fight it? I was like, well, in that sport, they're fighting that all the time, and like it works when people are fighting. And like jiu-jitsu guys don't think about getting rolled over as much.
Yeah. So here, now instead of running him over, right, I'm getting my angle. He's still giving me a tough time. I'm gonna bring this hook here, nice and tight. And now I'm here to finish nice and heavy. All right, guys, we're talking about an option when he actually stands up, okay? So I don't get the angle with his knee. So I'm here and he actually runs away from me, yes. I'm still gonna do the bear hug here. Again, you don't wanna be low because then you give him leverage to Uchimata or whatever, okay? I'm nice and high here and I'm putting my head and arching my back and knee blocking. And now I got him. All right, so it's almost like you're gonna toss him, okay? So you gotta stay nice and tight and arch your back, and you have the knee block here, and you have a really strong base.
You gotta use follow him until he falls.
Yeah. So one more time. I'm here, and he actually gets this leg out, and I'm body locking here.
Yeah,
okay?
right away. And like from here, it's like so like once you have this momentum, I'm coming up. So it's hard for me to come back down and try to throw you that way.
Yeah. So suck in, right? And you're gonna arch your back and hug. And now I got it.
That big guys do that to me a lot, where I'm getting close, and then they try to nope out of it.
Yeah.
But if you just follow and have this,
It's,
I mean,
it's good control. Especially
the knee tap happens, but a lot of times it's just kind of he's driving or inside trip or he's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you have somewhat of a wrestling base.
Yeah, and you're just following his reaction and
Yeah.
staying super tight.
Yeah.
And it's an annoying lock to get out of.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's cool about this half guard is it's a pretty easy game to remember. It's not so intricate. It's not you have to do so many switches.
You can do a gi, you can do a no gi.
Yep, and it's not like you have to drill this over and over and over. If you understand these simple concepts, kind of like wrestling, right? And it's like a single leg and a double leg, right? You get it right, it's real easy. It's the same thing with these half guard sweeps.
Yeah, I mean, coming up, just being able to come up to that underhook, and just finding it from different places has really become a very large part of my game. And what we were talking about before is we're playing a lot of open guard because it was so cool, double sleeve, lasso, spider, the aljiba, all this stuff. But as we got older and our hands got mangled and we started racking up knee injuries, it's I'm not sure if I'm gonna put my legs in that place anymore.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of slows the game down, and being able to clamp somebody down half guard, being able to just take pressure from a bigger guy and then just get around them.
Yep.
It's so much efficient than digging underneath and fighting to get to the bottom and under the center of gravity.
Yep.
Instead of doing that stuff, just coming around and getting the body lock. It's really changed the way I approach it, and I annoy the crap out of people with it.
Oh yeah, I think jiu-jitsu guys don't like people tight on them.
Yeah.
And I think they freak out a little bit once you start grabbing body parts. They get so used to it with the gi, but once you're on them one arm rice with that body lock, they kind of freak out a little bit. It's not like they have an answer to break the grips.
No, especially guys that are guard passing and they're just used to these guys long distance guard where there's legs in between, spider, the aljiba, and they're spinning underneath for bearing balls, that kind of stuff they're used to. By the second you start getting body locks on people, if they didn't have that judo, sambo, wrestling background, most people are what is happening? Or if they didn't come up with from an MMA background, where it's underhooks and overhooks all day.
Yep.
It really changes the game. Also, when you compete, is that you can really slow the game down. So you see a lot of the masters guys doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the other thing is doesn't take a lot of space to finish a sweep. So competition wise, when we're going to a naga or a small tournament, I'm able to use get here is I'm able to use control, get on top, and keep everything in the center of the mat I think is something that's really worth exploring.
Yeah, I think also to piggyback off that, I think it's really tiring for the other guy when you're on him nice and tight with the body lock, with the underhook, because he's fighting to defend and trying to regard and trying to get back to where he wants to be, and really it's just tiring to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the diaphragm the entire time, or on the ribs, or you, once you pass, you might be on top, you're not pass all the way, but you still have the body lock and you're still driving pressure.
Yeah, and you just wear him out,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna open up into a bad position or a submission.